My bet would be like that we're smarter and more creative with returns. Like the reason for why I'm returning something is because it didn't meet my expectation. Like how do we solve that? How do we solve that? And like, am I trying on clothes virtually? Like what do we need to do not to just send stuff back and forward? So I would definitely say that in 3 years, you're not going to look at images and click on it. You're going to do something else to kind of really feel the product as you do in a store, you know? So yeah, that's my vision, right?
3 years, we will have a lot more purchasing on social media. Mobile will play an even bigger role. I mean, it's playing a big role already, but it will be even more. And then we will probably have AI in customer support, along the customer journey, basically everywhere perfectly integrated.
The path to purchase is accelerating. So with good discovery and good entertainment, it's actually happening faster. So if you have managed to convince someone of your product or your brand, the sale actually happens quite intuitively, quite quickly. So that is definitely changing at the moment.
For me, in 3 years, this is a long time. And 3 years is really, especially now when we are facing those trends in generative AI and also immersive commerce, where we see more and more the ability to be virtually also engaged as a customer. Also this trend in personalization is becoming more and more important. And I think this is, in 3 years, something which will change our industry.
I would assume in the future AI would be keep playing a big role. So especially when it comes to communication, our supply chain management, and also customer services. As well as I would assume blockchain technology playing a bigger role, especially when it comes to cybersecurity and integration of those two. So make it much more automation.
We will see massively influence of all the generative AI things, especially on a perspective like shopping assistance. On the other hand, I think all the entertainment parts, it's like shoptainment, that will be on social commerce platforms or in your retailer's app if you do it good. What you see less is, I think, stupid search bars and product lists. So I think they will go more and more away because people want to have good advice and maybe you use an assistant. On the other hand, if you want fun, you go more on the video part, on the social commerce part.
Even more people will order online in a broad variety of channels. Looking at Lieferando, it will not only be food anymore, we go also in groceries and convenience and other pillars.
In general, the big ones will get bigger, and at the same time you will have more niche players that are very focused, and everybody who is stuck in the middle will remove from the market. So big niche death, that's the future.
I think in next 3 years, industry will be completely different. To be honest, applied AI, not AI, right? Because people are using AI very loosely. Applied AI would take over 60 to 70% of the e-commerce activity, starting from product onboarding to customer service as well. So I think that's one thing. Second thing is we will have a blurred line between how consumers shop versus what they see. So I think AR, VR would really play a very important role, which does not have too much of use cases at this moment, but I believe it would really be prominent in next 3 years.
Hopefully e-commerce will be even more successful and bigger. I think also the trends that we're seeing moving away from offline retail stores from the city towards e-commerce is continuously being the case. I specifically think that sustainability will be a huge important point in e-commerce. We're talking about shipping products, which of course is not really sustainable than if you're going to a shop in the city center and buying something there in the store. So there will be like a lot of developments next couple of years to be more sustainable as an e-commerce business. So I think there will be a lot of development and probably like also really good opportunities for companies to build some business models which are exactly tackling the situation.
There will not be so much movement. I would say that in the next 3 to 6 years, by 2030, I can already, so going back, products are becoming platforms, which means that what you bought as a product, your phone, your smartwatch, and now Apple's new Vision Pro, which are products, are actually hidden platforms for retailers to be able to connect with their customers in another way. So those platforms will be heavily investing in data and data infrastructure and architecture, which means that as we go into the future, we will see platforms or products which are supposed to be products are platforms, and they have a very unique view of what the customer wants. So that's one. The other that I see in the future happening is, have you heard of the walk-in, walk-out technology? Like the whole payment process is gone. It's like gravity. It exists, it's working, but we don't interact with it like physically. It's out of mind. So that is going to happen a lot faster than we imagined. And then I think the market is also evolving towards being way more sustainability conscious and ethics conscious as the new generations are asking for supply chain transparency. And this is something that I'm really happy about because AI is going to be everywhere. It's going to enable all of these technologies and all of these things to actually happen. And with that, we are going to see a lot more stress on sustainable business practices and transparent supply chains.